Am I just blind? Why can't I see this? Huh? Oh, it is live. Yeah, okay, now it's live.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to another league match for the Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer. We're having a losers bracket match between Machinegungeek and VGmaster. On commentary is myself, Crazy Comics, and joined with me is
Guy45. What's going on, everybody?
Heck yeah. We're going to be coming at you. We're going to provide you information, kind of lead you into the minds of the runners and how they're going to be going through these seeds in order to win and move on. Since this is a losers bracket match, whoever loses here is out of the tournament. So it's going to be quite interesting. We're off.
Very interesting, too, to see, VGmaster in the losers bracket for once. I know in the last tournament, he was actually the winner of the fall league. And he kind of had a straight sweep. So
yeah, this has definitely been very interesting league, to be honest, because the first round was just so jarring that now the losers matches have been quite exciting, and nothing not to take away from the winners matches, but so many people that were poised to win and people predicted to win just put in the losers bracket immediately. And
it was pretty wild. I saw VG, his first losers bracket match was against Salad, which is like a crazy match in itself.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely
absolutely.
A wild league.
So
early money pouch, that's good.
Yeah. We also got our Pride Lands push, very standard opening. But we know there is 1-5 in Pride Lands, so both the runners are going to be looking for that. And right now, these early levels, early abilities, everything like that, still a good play regardless. Oh, wow. And we got an early proof on levels. Wow, so this is how this seed's going to be.
Just as you were saying, how important levels can be.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that's a proof of non-existence on levels for VGmaster. Shortly going to be followed up here by Machinegungeek. Yeah, Rye Guy, looking at this tracker, what are you noticing? What's catching your eye here?
Well, I do notice that at least we have a 0 for 100 Acre Wood, so that's a pretty good thing, because you never know when you have to go there, how deep you have to go in there, if there is anything there, and also you don't really have to worry about torn pages whenever they're hinted as well. So it's kind of a nice thing to not have that to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also looking at some of our other lower numbers, Twilight Town's dead because there's only one magic there. I wouldn't expect the runners to be going in there unless it's hinted that there's a reflect and a reflect or a magnet there that they wouldn't have already had. That might be the only reason they would push it, but I don't expect to see Twilight Town too much this seed. Also, LOD being a 3. Information is good, but not if you push too far into that world.
Right. Might be worth a quick dip just to see if you can get the report early on, but yeah, definitely don't want to push too hard.
Yeah, so far not finding the 5 in Pride Lands right now. Looking at some of our bigger worlds, they're not the common bigger worlds that you would think. Usually you think Hollow Bastion, Twilight Town, maybe sometimes the world that never was being like your larger worlds, but right now looking, we've got Agrabah's our biggest world at 36, OC behind it at 33, and then a lot of 20s splitting up amongst a bunch of different worlds, including STT. So that's kind of an interesting looking tracker. So this could be an interesting seed if it doesn't give us all the proofs immediately.
Getting the second chance. That was our 5 from Pride Lands. Also a good thing to have early on.
Yeah. especially if you're not finding too many early forms and stuff like that, having that so that you can go into auto forms early on, get some of those checks, because looking at forms, it's a 12, and so that can be a pretty scary number, because you look at that and you immediately think it's a 5 and a 7, but it could also be 4 reports. It could be a form and a report. So there's a lot of fluctuation with that number. So trying to get that off the board casually would be very helpful in the seed.
There's an early reflect. Now we got a 10 for the rest of Disney Castle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another scary world, and or another scary number. And why is that a scary number, Ryga?
Well, you could have 2 5s, or it could be, it could be a 3 and a 7 as well. So again, you don't really know what you're going to get until you get whatever's next,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But let's see if VG continues to push here in DC, or if he opts out. He's going to keep going. I think that's a fair play, just to try and get that 10 off the board.
Yeah, it could still be beneficial either way, especially early on. If it is a 3 and a 7, it's not necessarily a 5, but again, reports can be pretty helpful, because unlike other hint systems, they tell you specifically where an actual magic or, something specifically is, instead of just, hinting a world in general.
Yeah. Excellent mouse push by VG as well. Machinegungeek opting to keep going with the shotgun approach, not pushing into TR as of right now, but getting some information. Get some information about that reflect, and also World That Never Was having Genie. So we got an early library from Port Royal, bringing it down to a 14. Another kind of off-putting number, because you look at 14, you think of 2 7s, but considering we haven't found any forms yet, that could be a 9 and one of our 5s. So definitely interesting look.
Yeah, not rolling anything out quite yet. VG actually got 2 reports on the left. So we do now know that the rest of Disney Castle is a 7 and a 3. He did get the report, of course, saying that Pride Lands has second chance, so also getting a report for something they already got. But he also got a report on level ups as well, saying that there's a torn page in Halloween Town. So again, we don't really need the torn pages, but it is at least still helpful to rule out other items that could be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now at the beginning here, this is kind of your information gathering stage. You kind of want to narrow down where things aren't and where things are, so that way you can kind of more accurately pinpoint where more 5s are going to be, and more specifically your proofs. So
Wow.
Space Paranoids is really handing it to these runners. We got a Valor form and a Master form, and there's a 5
And a 5.
Like,
Crazy.
oh my gosh, that's insane. Yeah, getting those early forms off the table is definitely extremely helpful. VGmaster about to find these forms as well.
We'll see how deep that 5 is later on, if they actually have to push it that hard.
Mm-hmm. Machinegungeek taking a pause a little bit, recollecting himself, thinking about his plans. Taking a pausers, heck yeah. Yeah, so Machinegungeek getting some early levels on Valor. VGmaster not really pushing it. But both runners deciding to go on the left side of the Cavern of Remembrance here, or not, Garden of Assemblage. It's late, guys.
Yeah.
We got a no-see, and we got these 3 checks in LOD, giving us a glide, which is a really good early find. Makes those larger worlds go by a little bit quicker, and that magnet burst is a great early crowd control. What do we got on the OC side here?
Looks like a torn page again. Of course, they're going to find a bunch of torn pages when they don't need them.
That's always how it seems to be, right?
Yeah.
I really don't need this seed. Well, we're just going to give you everything. Speaking of giving us everything, they just gave us the location of Final Form because of that report in OC.
Oh yeah, that's
Beast
a good
Castle
one.
has that Final Form. Yeah, that's a good one to find. Like, what do you think are like some of the best things to be hinted? Like, what are some things that if you found a report, what would you want it to hint item wise?
Well, Final Form is a good one because a lot of people use it for final fights and such as that. Other than that, pretty much anything with a 5 is always good so that you can start kind of dwindling down what 5s are left and what could be the proof. Because we know that the proof won't be hinted itself, but everything else other than them can be. So that can help any numbers that basically help dwindle down each of these worlds to really dial in on which 5s are the ones you're looking for.
Hopefully light and darkness is somewhere convenient. Not necessarily. Like, I would probably push BC for that Final Form. But yeah, finding light and darkness would be the better option at this point. But I don't think BC is too bad of a play, especially since a lot of its checks are very upfront. So you could just go in there, look around for the checks, and then get back out of the world if it doesn't have your Final Form or if it has like early magic. Just checking most of those checks out of the gate. It's pretty helpful.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how VG decides to take that, because I know that he's been running, I believe, critical any percent speed runs lately. So in most of those speed runs, you don't even have Final Form. So he's used to doing most of final fights without it. So if he gets the right tools, like, horizontal slash, berserk charge, maybe he won't even decide to go after the Final Form and just leave it completely alone.
Yeah, it'll definitely speed up certain fights and everything like that, but not entirely necessary. But from Halloween Town, we got ourselves that torn page that was hinted, and there are still 12 here. So probably not going to push any further in Halloween Town right now, but yeah, just knowing that there is still a 12 there, and yeah, we still got a few forms on the table, so we might leave that off. We might still theory craft about that, but yeah, VG's got an EXP boost Keyblade. I think Machinegungeek might also have it. We'll have to see the next time he. Yeah, they probably both have it. So
yeah, if he doesn't, he'll probably get it if it was an OC, because now he's coming here as well.
Yeah, and that paired with the second chance is extremely good. That can get you some nice early level boosting and everything like that.
The second money pouch was also in Halloween Town too, so we are juiced on money.
Heck yeah. Yeah, let's bring back juice. Like let's bring back the term juiced. Is the Valor Keyblade? Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, but still looking at places they need to go. Agrabah's definitely a push they're going to want to make. Hollow Bastion, they might want to start pushing. Because in order to get that 26 out of the way in STT, they're going to need to find limit form at some point. And who knows, with the 36 Agrabah, they might as well find it here. So.
Yeah, hopefully they'll find a lot early on. OC was actually not too bad. Just before Hades escaped, they're already down to an 18, which was a 33. So hopefully they can get some good stuff going in the beginning of Agrabah here. There's plenty of chests for it.
Absolutely.
Machine Gun's checking out Beast Castle, so we will get to at least see what's over there, regardless of if VG goes or not.
Yeah. Machinegungeek's also pushing drive forms pretty hard. It's not too bad of a play, but with a low number like 12, it wouldn't be my first choice. Like, especially in this seed. I would probably push it more if we could get 3 forms. Like, if 3 forms were found, I'd definitely start routing around the levels a little bit more.
Oh, VG finds the second proof in Agrabah.
So now the term go mode is going to start coming up. 'Cause these are some very early proofs and everything like that. And seeing these early proofs and everything like that, I think puts... Ooh, and Light and Darkness. Ooh.
Yeah, there's your Light and Darkness. So definitely don't necessarily have to go to Beast Castle at all.
Right, and that's where Machinegungeek is. So right now I would give quite an edge to VGmaster at this point. Yeah, being able to get Final Form probably easier than... Well, more than likely easier than Machinegungeek. It's definitely helpful at this point. And also just knowing how good VGmaster is at this game, and how he was seated number 1 at some point. Yeah, really puts more emphasis on him in the seed. So.
Yeah, lots of checks right in that little save point area. I think both chests had a check in there.
Yeah, we got a Wisdom Form, we got a Cure, we forced Final. Like, a lot of things are on the board now. So, yeah. And so now your 12s, every time you find a new form, your 12s get more and more solidified, right? So, like, that 12 in Halloween Town is now looking more and more like a 5 and a 7.
Just like that, Agrabah is dead as well.
Yeah.
Just nice to see this early on.
Wow. Yeah, that is a quick Agrabah.
We'll see if VG's just going to push where the number was, or if he's... Yeah, and yes, he is.
I mean, that makes sense. It's a 19, so there's definitely the capacity for the proof to be here, and leaves a 14. So if it is there, so I mean, there's a lot of different combinations you can make out of a 19 here. So yeah, Machinegungeek doing Thresholder, which makes sense given his drive leveling plays that he's been doing here, especially since Thresholder drops a lot of drive orbs and everything like that. It's good leveling for Master Form, but definitely not the play that at least I would make in this situation. What about you, Rai?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to try to love them on the way, but like you said, it is a rather low number, so could be wasting a little bit of time, but you never know. You could find the third proof on a form, and then we'll have a very interesting situation.
Yeah. Also finding that auto limit isn't too bad. Like I was saying earlier about having your auto forms and everything like that, and having second chance for a lot of the fights in the world that never was. Unless VG finds limit form here, he's kind of at a disadvantage with these fights because of like not having limit form there as kind of a crutch. I also don't think they have Trinity limit, so like a lot of your things that you can fall back on aren't here. So that's enough. Yeah. Having Reflect in Final Form is still good, especially, but like whenever it's like your one-on-one fights where Trinity and limit form can really help out, like in case things get a little bit hairy and stuff like that.
It would definitely speed up Roxas a little bit. I know they did get one negative combo. I guess they didn't have both of them. I didn't see if they had two or not.
Mm-hmm. They also don't have a lot of their ranged magic. They don't have a blizzard. They don't have a thunder in order to do the rocks strat and everything like that.
True.
Hope it's a Day of the Lark scene proof. Well, Nintendo said it. It's gotta happen now, right? So, yeah, because now, while he's looping Roxas, while Machinegungeek is finishing up on Beast here, just looking around the worlds and everything like that, what do we still have to go see? I mean, there's still some big numbers there, but we got some 12s, we got a 5, we got a 14 in Port Royal that could be misleading and could have a form and could be a form and a 5. So, I mean, what are you seeing?
Halabastion still hasn't been touched either. That's a nice 20, so there could still be some good stuff there as well. A lot of 7s on the right side.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, all the push through Beast Castle, Machine Gun could not find either the 7 or the form throughout basically the whole first visit, which is a shame.
Yeah,
but he's now going back through Agrabah, so he'll get the light and darkness anyway, so he'll be able to at least still get final form regardless.
I think he's going to be a little irritated finding light and darkness here.
Yeah.
Just given how much he did in Beast Castle and stuff like that. And yeah, especially with especially with so many 7s still left on the board, like those 12s are starting to look more and more like 5 and 7s, just given what we still have yet to find, still have yet to hit as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what VG gets here. I'm assuming I would imagine he's probably going to try to do Xigbar as well. I've seen him do it with less tools than he has, so one more thing, whatever he gets here should at least be able to tell us what the rest of this world looks like, whether he should stay or go. Gets another report on levels, so now levels is also a 10, which is also interesting.
More than likely, the levels are probably a 3 and a 7. Just given what we have left, 3 and a 7 seems like the most likely of combinations. VG opting out of fighting Xigbar, going to Hall of Bastion, which is a good world to get some levels in, especially Hall of Bastion 2, with some of the fights after you go down to the computer and the dancers fight after core entrance. Those are some good leveling locations.
I feel like they've only gotten one hint that actually, well, 2 that has hinted something that they don't already have.
Yeah, because we got a hint in Hall of Bastion.
Machine Gun having a good laugh after he found the light and dark in Agrabah.
Nice. Absolutely. Yeah, so making Hall of Bastion a 17. I'm wondering how much VG at this point, and soon Machinegungeek is probably going to do the same manner of thinking, just looking at their tracker, seeing what they have left on the board and everything like that. They're going to start to figure out and start to do some math on what's left where. And given that there's so many 7s still left on the board, 10s are turning into 7s and 3s in their head, 12s are turning into 5s and 7s in their head. So this seat's starting to open up.
Not too many Keyblades either. Looking while Machine Gun was looking through his inventory, they don't have too many.
Yeah, they got some pretty good stats. Saw a 7.5 Keyblade in there. So right now, Machinegungeek is catching up to where VG was in Agrabah. Meanwhile, VG is quickly exploring into Hollow Bastion 2 and gonna find another round of checks here for him.
Okay, so Hollow Bastion is also a 10.
Yep. Yeah, and also finding a blizzard that's... Well, there was a thunder in The World That Never Was, so that's not their first range magic, but it is their first blizzard, so...
We'll have to try to use as many fights as we can here in Hollow Bastion 2 to try to level up Final Form as much as we can, since I doubt either player will really be going to Twilight Town at all, which is normally where you'd see most of that leveling.
Right.
Oh, alright, well, Hollow Bastion's dead.
There we go. Also, Machinegungeek taking a quick trip into 100 Acre Wood. This isn't too bad of a play. Just try and find some... find in those 6 checks, try to find some good abilities, try to find some good keyblades, everything like that. He did find a few pretty alright abilities. MP Hystera found a keyblade. So right now he's trying to decide what he wants to do.
Alright, also pushing The World That Never Was.
Definitely a good choice. Once you find 2 proofs, that's usually your time to say, all right, let's start getting some of this done, because we're gonna need to get through here at some point.
Yeah, so VG's going to go for the experience boosting and probably see if he can find this 5 in Space Paranoids at the same time, so killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, that's a very good play here from VGmaster. Ooh. He's going to be leveling in Wisdom form as well, so...
Killing 3 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. Progressing in SP, getting more levels, and getting more levels on forms. So, I mean, yeah, he is like 4D chessing this
The
seed.
mad scientist.
Heck yeah. It's almost like his name is VGmaster. So yeah, not having draws is kind of sucks in this arena, but yeah, he'll definitely work past it, and now we're gonna see a lot of things dying here. So
Oh man, drives is a 5 as well.
oh man, so Machinegungeek might have been on to something. So
Yeah,
so
he might not have been wasting his... Oh, never mind. It was a torn page. Of course, both
It was a
things are
torn
on
page.
Wisdom 4. Wow.
here recently with some of the seeds I've been watching in the league matches and the other tournament that's going on right now, there have been a lot of checks on Wisdom form, like as of late. So
I feel like I've also seen a few seeds with 2 proofs on level ups as well, so we can never count that out either.
yeah, so yeah, this has been an interesting time for Rando, but yeah, VG definitely getting more and more of those levels. Right now, reaching 25, and looking at his stats, they're not quite over the floor yet, but by the time he exits, he'll be pretty close to the floor.
Yeah, his magic's getting pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good grind session. You love to see all the checks on one drive form, so you don't have to waste your time grinding anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially push, like, just all the little intricacies of that, right? He got it all the way up to level 6. He got Wisdom all the way up to level 6. He ended in a drive, so he got all of his drive back. Like, just so many little intricacies at the end of that that are just, they're just really good. It's very well done by him. So. Yeah.
Machine gun getting through Roxas on the right side too. Well, my right. Your left. My apologies.
It's all good. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Machinegungeek makes the same play here once he's done, because he knows that there's going to be something here in Space Paranoid. So I don't know how far he's gonna push or what he's gonna do. But as for now, VGmaster going back into the world that never was. It's gonna push Zigbar.
Yeah, much higher stats than when he first came here, so this should be a much easier fight to handle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially with Final Form giving you 2 Keyblades, giving you more stat buffs. Because of that second Keyblade, that's definitely going to push him over the floor, so he'll be doing some pretty good damage here against Zigbar, I think.
Also getting the Magnet on drive forms also will help if he decides to do that loop as well.
Yep.
Not having scan can be a little sketchy, but you start to
think
get a kind of a feel for it.
I think they do have a finishing plus, because I think he's doing 2 finishers here at the end of his combos against Zigbar. At least what I'm seeing is the swipe down, swipe left. Yeah. Ooh.
Valor form strats.
Here's the thing: people knock on me for using Valor Form a lot. It is very useful for like coming in clutch, I'd like to say. It's
Absolutely.
the top. It's the top of your drive gauge menu, so that's a good magic refill or health refill if you need. If you need to keep someone in a, if you need to keep someone going and stuff like that, you can use the drive explosion to keep them stunned and then go into a combo with Valor Form. So I think it's a good clutch form, but not one that everybody is going to be quick to use.
And, to be fair too, I'm not sure if it's used in critical any percent, but I know at least the beginner and any percent strats for Zigbar, you actually do go into Valor Form for a quick second as well. So I don't know if that was just muscle memory or what.
I mean, whatever it is, it probably helped him. So, well, it definitely helped him because.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten DM'd yet, so he's still good. And now he's in a room transition and finishes it off just fine.
Heck yeah. Good job, VG. So Nintendo calling out where all the 5s are. And yeah, we'll see. We probably won't see all of the 5s that are mentioned, but we will more than likely cross a few off that list if he is correct. Yeah. Doing an OC play from Machinegungeek. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, there's a lot of checks once you can get to them, but it does kind of take a minute to actually get to them. You have to get through all of Hades' Escape, Cerberus, and the orbs as well. And depending on if they did end up picking up any draws or even, the draw rings as well, the orbs could be a little slow as well. But once you get past through all that, there are quite a lot of chests to get through quickly, so could see something.
Nintendo was wrong. We immediately found out Nintendo was wrong by seeing that report on levels that it tells us what's in Twilight Town is a Thunder, but they're really not going to go get it. Means there are 2 5s somewhere else, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Let me.
Oh right, so levels is no second proof on levels. We did get the genie.
What if there are 3 5s in OC in addition to a report?
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be great for Machinegungeek if that's the case.
Oh yeah, that would give him
really
a leg
good.
up, especially if that one of those 5s is approved, because then he is just going to be in go mode, and we'll probably go level in SP and then go to the world that never was. But That remains to be seen. Yeah, so...
Yeah, 4 5s in STT.
Yeah. So, Machine Gun Geek giving us a look at Dog Paddle, and VGmaster is playing Go Fish with Luxor.
There are still 7 reports left. At least looking at machine guns, so I guess VG would technically have 6 because he has the one on levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so... Well,
we know 1 is in Hollow Bastion, so that would be 5.
One's in Hollow Bastion, one's in LOD, so there's 2 off the
Right.
board.
So 4.
So if you're thinking about... I said there were 3... there could be 3 5s in OC, then that would be a third. Yeah, VG does have 4 reports left.
Wow. Both checks on Luxor.
Wow!
All right, so
Dang.
we're done here.
All right, so... Yeah, that kills off The World Never Was. But still probably gonna keep pushing through just to get to the top. Or not.
We're getting closer to that data Larksine proof.
Yeah.
Inching ever so close.
Yeah,
Done with orbs on Machine Gun Geek's side, so now we can see where all these chests are.
I will want to ask him afterwards why this, why the OC play. Like I'm curious about this. But it does happen where like runners, you just kind of get that feeling, like you're just like, oh, this feels like the world to be in right now. So I'm wondering if that's
Right.
where Machine Gun Geek is right now, just being like, yeah, this world feels right. So,
Okay, well there were 2 5s.
well, there's 2 5s, so that means there's got to be a
3.
third.
There was 3 5s right in one room. All right, well.
Wow. I called it, but it wasn't the 5s we were looking for.
Right.
So
At least he was able to quickly eliminate the rest of OC.
Yeah, so looking at what we have left, we have the chicken and we have the proof of connections. And so just looking at the trackers, one has to be in Space Paranoids. So this is either the chicken or the proof.
Yeah.
Here in Space Paranoids.
SP2.
But then that also begs the question, where is the final 5?
Right.
Hmm.
STT.
It's a good idea. There's still a 12 in Halloween Town. Port Royal could still be baiting us with a 9 and a 5 because we don't know where Limit Form is. Like, there's still so many places where this last 5 can be, but the only other one that we can cross off the board that we know is a 5 is Space Paranoids. So, VGmaster will let us know soon where if this is a chicken or if this is a proof. So much for my STT theory. No, I think you could be right on STT because that could be 3 magics and a 5. Like looking at STT and looking at the numbers. Oh, they said 4 5s in STD. Yeah. I don't think we're seeing. I don't think we're seeing that. Yeah. So now it's just a matter of A is the proof in SP, and if not, where?
Right. After that, it's just the chase is on. Of where could it be?
Yeah. So we're getting some levels in SP from Machine Gun Geek. he's got Stitch, so this is going to go really well for him here with all this. He doesn't have the Magnet, though, so he is just resorting to Magnet Burst, and just kind of a hope and a prayer on this Magnet Burst.
Yeah, still doing pretty good. And of course, the more his magic increases, the easier this will get, or the more that he'll get out of it.
Yeah. Right now, his hope of catching up to VG right now is to try and get more of those stats. Try and get over the floor. All right, well.
So we are going further.
Ooh, we are going into MCP. Let's go.
How far do we have to go?
You hate to play it, but you love to see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yes, an intent called Larxene, so more specifically Data Larxene. So we will see. We will see if if the proof is there. God. Sounded better in my head. Boo. Yeah. Yeah. I deserve that. Wow.
Raining booze.
Wow.
Raining booze.
Wow. Yeah. It was definitely that bad, though, so I deserve it. Yeah, so we'll see how far Machine Gun Geek wants to continue in here. So we need to get Tron back up and running, and then we'll be able to.
Stats are looking much better now, too.
Thought that was lightning quick wit. It's very shocking. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so it is Larxene.
We are heading to Larxene.
Yeah. Now this is not necessarily the proof, but definitely a 5.
It could still be the chicken after all of this.
Yeah.
Hey, he's just gonna do it.
Get a nice KFC coupon out of this. Yeah, but I'm hoping for a very electrifying fight against Larxene. I'm just trying to make up for that.
Yo, light cycle.
Yo, light cycle.
Let's go.
Yo, poggers.
The warm up. Yeah.
Heck yeah. You just wanted to make sure if you guys were paying attention. Some nice hostile program kill on Geek side.
Okay, machine gun's starting to level wisdom, so he'll at least get those checks out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And for
Thankfully,
him,
he chose that form before something else.
Yeah. And for him, that's going to knock another 5 off the board, so there will only be 3 5s left for him. So. Yeah, the only one I don't think he'll outright be able to deduce is Pan. I don't think he's going to know exactly where Pan is immediately.
Oh, right.
But VG having a little bit of trouble with Larxene here, but should be out of it here in a second.
Oh, yeah, he still hadn't gone through Hollow Bastion at all yet.
Oh, yeah. So He doesn't know the information. He doesn't have the magics. VG taking a death to Larksine, but I think he's got enough of a lead here that he should be fine.
Larksine is rough.
Mm-hmm. Larksine is a very rough fight. Really, the whole thing of Larksine is just getting the clones together for double damage, essentially. It's really the only thing you're looking for. But also without scan, it's very difficult to figure out where you are in her fight, just in terms of when she's going to move into her next phase and everything like that.
And Donald and Goofy constantly being dead does not help either.
Yeah. Also, wondering if he has any limits for Donald, or if there were any limits in the shop or anything like that. PG forgot how to fart Larksine. Yeah. I mean, there are times where you have those boss fights where you haven't fought them in a hot minute, so you just kind of forget what's going on and everything like that. Sephiroth was one for me that just hadn't fought him for a while. I'm like, oh crap, how do you fight Sephiroth? So I think VG's having one of those moments right now.
Oof.
Yeah, Larksine's not one that you see too often. Definitely more often than other bosses, but definitely one of your least.
He did get it. And
It's
it
the
was
chicken.
The chicken.
Okay,
Alright,
so
the goose hunt is on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and both runners know of fives that the other one doesn't. Machinegungeek knows that there's 3 5s in OC, and VGmaster knows that the chicken's on Larksine, and Pan is in The World Never Was. So right now we're getting an STT push from VG. So we'll see if my theory is true of 3 7s and a 5 in here, which if it's the 5, it's the proof. Like there's nothing else that it can be.
Yeah. No limit form, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's hope that Machinegungeek doesn't decide to push the rest of Space Paranoids too.
Limit is either an STT or PR.
I believe it could be in Halloween Town as well.
Yeah, I think yeah, Halloween Town is also a good choice. Yeah, because that 9 being out there, because if limit form is an STT, then that would make it a 17, which would be 2 7s and a 3 at that point. So yeah, so right now I'm the most likely additions of STT would be 3 7s and a 5, or 2 7s, a 9, and a 3. Yeah, we're only missing the proof. Yeah, and because of both of the runners' information, we know exactly where every other 5 is except for the proof. So.
Right.
We know
Machinegungeek is finishing up his Hollow Bastion stay, so let's see what he's going to keep going. Never mind.
My only question is why. He knows that it's a 3.
I guess he's going to try to get whatever report it is.
Or
maybe it'll hit
level up,
Chicken Little.
maybe level up final here.
It. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, yep.
Mm. Yeah,
definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think it has to be HT because of the way reports line up. I could see that, yeah. Well, Well, hold on. I don't think that the reports line up in that way. Just because of the fact that, yeah, because we know Hall of Bastion has a report. We know LOD has a report. So I'm thinking it's. So there's only 1 3 left in that case. Yeah.
So then it would have to be in Halloween Town,
Yes.
or not necessarily.
Well, wait. Hold on. No, we don't know about 4 reports. We know where 2 of them are because of the 3s. Halloween Town having a 9 and then a 3. And so there would have to be a 3 here, right? Making it a 23. No, that wouldn't work. Huh. Gotcha. I think 93 HT, 5777 STT, and 77 PR. Yeah. I think I was just getting lost on. Where's the one? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I was forgetting Machinegungeek's side that he had another 3 in OC. Okay. Yep. That's correct. Okay. Yeah, that's where everything else is. So there has to be a 5 here, so the proof is in STT. Yeah. Thank you, Nintendo. Yeah. Like we said before, it is very late at night, so I think we're not working on 100% of our brain capacity. So. Yeah, math is really hard whenever. Alright, we got Machinegungeek. He's gonna make his way through the world that never was. Yeah, I would give the edge to VGmaster at this point. I mean, what about you, Rye? What you?
Yeah, it would seem that way, for sure. He definitely seems to have not necessarily more information, but enough information to at least, I mean, just having the 5 in SP is huge.
Can't STT be a 9773? Yes, it can, because then the 5 would be in Halloween Town. So it'd be 5-7. So yeah, that can work. So yeah, it is Halloween Town or STT. So what would be the thing that we would find that would solidify? It would be either the report or the form.
Yeah.
Would be the thing. The report, the form, or the proof would be the thing to solidify what's going on in STT.
So far, nothing in STT yet.
Yeah. I guarantee they're going to have to find something in the station, like up in Station Heights and everything.
There's the report.
Okay, so then it's Halloween Town. Yeah.
And it also hinted the other 7 in Port Royal.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely knock that out as well. So,
but I think the thing is, even though we're metagaming it and we know it and everything like that, VGmaster doesn't know that there are 3 5s in OC.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So he is going to keep pushing this.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, right. We keep thinking
we know this is a loss.
We do.
We know this is a lost cause. Also, limit form being in STT, like that pretty much solidifies it. That report. So if VG does the math, he'll know there's 3 5s in OC. Okay.
Oh, and there's limit form. Okay.
Okay, there's limit. Yeah. So now I feel like he should know at this point. Yeah. Okay, he's getting out. All right.
Going straight for the Halloween Town.
Wow. That's
Instead of the OC.
that's an interesting abandoning of a world. Like
Maybe he thinks it's faster. Maybe he can get at least this check faster.
maybe
I don't know.
he hasn't mathed it out yet. Yeah, I think he just knows that STT is no longer the play. So that's, or maybe he could be metagaming it and saying, if Machinegungeek went to OC, then this would already be done, or something like that. Like I'm not sure about this play. Like, we know it's the right play and everything like that.
Right.
But I'm wondering what his mindset is for making this. So that's a good question to ask him when this is over.
Wow, and there it is.
Is it on Prison Keeper? All
Oh, I'm
right.
sorry. Yeah, I'm a little ahead.
It's fine. It's fine. So, wow, that's extremely familiar because the qualifier the other day on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that seems familiar.
Yeah, that was where the last proof was on Prison Keeper. So definitely a good week for Prison Keeper. Yeah. So, I think it's pretty safe to say that we can give this to VGmaster. There's still more rando to be had and everything like that, and a lot of things can happen between here and there. But unless Machinegungeek, like I don't know how else that Machinegungeek can make up for time.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll beat Zigbar and have a sudden inclination to go push Halloween Town.
Yeah, he's struggling with Zigbar. Yeah, going straight to Halloween Town and getting that would definitely help. But also looking at their stats, VGmaster has stats over Machinegungeek. So, yeah, this is not looking good for Machinegungeek.
Yeah, his strength is still a little under the floor too, so that's definitely making Zigbar a little more annoying to deal with for sure.
Mm-hmm. So now,
And so it looks like the winner of this, I guess, is going on to face, I think, Lord Raiden, correct?
yes. So
If I said that correctly.
yep, Raiden, one of the two. So yeah,
As we're nearing the end of the league, actually.
I wouldn't quite say that. There's still quite a few matches to be had, especially in the losers bracket. Yeah, next week alone, we're gonna have the winner of this versus Lord Raiden. We're gonna have Sonic Shadow Silver 2 versus BD Butt. Which actually, I was misremembering, but yeah. So then there's still the fights after that against Mega Slim and Ragnoth, who have both been booted into the losers round. Ninten, who's been in chat, will be going up against Jared Weakstrike, who I think I also saw in chat at some point. So, yeah. So, and
That's
then
going to be great.
yeah, that race is going to be cool, and the winner of that is going to go against the winner of the losers bracket. So, the losers bracket still has a long way to go and everything like that, but the winners bracket has one more race to go before the grand finals, whenever the losers bracket finds their grand champion. Also, forgive me if my internet goes out, because it is thundering up a storm where I'm at.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so if I just
Must have been all that
disappear-
Lark scene action.
Oh yeah, it's that Lark scene action, man. Yeah. So yeah. So if I'm mysteriously gone Rye Guy, it's all you, man. You got this.
I got it.
Yeah, also, VGmaster finding the limit form in STT is also going to help here in these final fights as well for like some magic refills, some health refills, getting some general combos in. So,
Oh, bummer. Yeah, not having scan is definitely still a little annoying just because you're trying to figure out where these guys are with their desperation moves. And I believe he said that they don't have any reaction boosts either, so I don't think he's getting too much damage off of the building.
right. Yeah, so Machinegungeek is finally like over the stats with well, he has higher stats than VGmaster right now, but he is still very far behind him. So, also that clash. Hello, VG throwing for content.
Dang, he blames Raisin.
Blames Raisin. What? Yeah, but this is definitely a fun seed. Definitely a lot of questions with how the routing went and everything like that.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of everything. It wasn't just a straight go mode seed, which is good. I know a lot of these settings can sometimes generate pretty quick seeds, but it's always nice to see a little bit of everything here. Even STT.
Yeah, I love a good seed where you can pretty much deduce where everything is at in the seed. Like where all the magics are, where all the fives are, where all the reports are, and stuff like that. Like those are always some of the better seeds, just because it allows it allows for chat to talk amongst themselves and allows for them to realize, okay, here's where everything's at. So they just need to go here, here, and here. So, yeah, I always find those the most exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, makes for good discussion, makes for good commentary. So. All right, so VG is on engines, and Machinegungeek is looping Luxor to the best of his ability.
It can be so stressful trying to keep this loop going without messing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one slight little delay and he'll just like instantly DM. Looks like he's good so far.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. He gets it.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good job. I think he realized the magnet wasn't enough to kill him.
And also finding both final checks in this world on Luxor at the same time as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to make him leave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got the stats, so I mean, he could continue on if he really wanted to, but...
Where's he? Oh no, don't do it.
Is he pushing space paranoids? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this run's pretty conclusive now, so... yeah, unless things happen to VGmaster's game that I will not specify because...
Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to curse a seed. Yeah. Unless something insane were to happen. Yeah, this run is pretty cut and dry.
Getting the Chicken Little also helped for Core here as well.
Heck yeah. I think VGmaster's thinking, you know what, I did Lark Scene, I'm going to get something out of it.
Like, yeah, you might as well. What did he use?
Yeah. All right. So we got an Armored Zemnis one. stats are pretty good. Not quite melt his health bar stats, but definitely pretty good.
It'll still be interesting to see his thought process of pushing Halloween Town over OC at the end there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that'll be an interesting explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there were definitely some good plays. There were some interesting play, off the wall plays. So yeah, we'll get the guys in for an interview afterwards, and we'll just pretty much pick their brains and just ask them why. Why? Yeah, now thinking, if they would have pushed Halloween Town earlier, this could have been considered a go mode seed. Just in terms of like the placement of the proofs, like that proof of non-existence on level 4, the proof of Pog early in Agrabah, just pushing the first boss in Halloween Town, like, it seems like a good early push and everything like that. So I mean, yeah, this could be considered a go mode seed if you, depending
especially
on
with those the last 2 seeds. It seems, well, as of like the last couple days, we've had multiple seeds with proofs on Prison Keeper. Also, that was like super sketchy with the building there with VG.
yeah.
Got clipped by one of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I almost thought that Machinegungeek was actually going to push that earlier, because it looked like he went like right before Prison Keeper, so I almost thought he was going to actually push all the way up to that, which obviously would have went to his benefit, but I guess you normally don't see that too often.
Right. Yeah. I'm also just now realizing that, looking at their timers, this is around an hour seed. Like, finishing up at around an hour load list. Just hey, you got some fans in chat. Yeah, that is definitely Rye Guy on commentary. Yeah, I believe
from one rando to another one.
And I believe you said at the beginning that this was your first commentary, and I think you did a really good job, man.
Yeah, this was my first for this league. Normally I just play in it. I never tried commentating on it. Dang, VG wiped out finals on this very quickly. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It was fun. GG's VG.
Yeah,
GG's VG.
So yeah, we will get VG in here for an interview here whenever he is available, and then Machinegungeek as soon as he realizes he'll come in or wants to come in. Yeah, this is a pretty good race. The proof is very available and everything like that. So pretty much anybody who decided to push Halloween Town could have gotten it at any point. And there he is. GG's VG.
GG's.
Yo, GG's.
So, got a few questions for you. So they're closer to the end when you were looking for the proof after you got the chicken and everything like that. What made you want to push Halloween Town before OC?
Because I had spent a long time pushing everything else, mainly. I figured that, like, I had already pushed Space Paranoids all the way to Luxine. I'd pushed... I think I was also, STT at that point. Both of them useless. And so I figured going for the less obvious choice would have made a lot more sense there.
Gotcha.
Because I expected that Machine Gun had done that a long time ago.
Yeah, he did, and surprisingly, all 3 of the 5s were in one room. They were.
Oh, okay.
They were all in the room after the green door. After you collect the chest and go through the green door, they were all in that room. So,
The room after Demix, you mean?
No, the room after you get done with urns and everything like that, and you're going to the second part of.
Oh, right. You're at the second part of the visit, right?
Yeah. I'm not too good with room names. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. So yeah, what'd you think of that Larksine fight? Looked like it had a bit of trouble there.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it was definitely a doable fight. I haven't actually. I guess I haven't fought the Absolute Luxine in a while. Kept making mistakes with staggering them at different times. And yeah, just all around not a great fight by me there.
Yeah, not having scan also probably didn't help with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it meant I wasn't sure exactly where I had I suppose, but.
Gotcha. Running too much any percent.
Yeah.
Right guy, you got any questions? Or?
No, they were pretty much all the same questions. Larksine is never fun, at least from my perspective. So, at least you got to check a little out of it. You got to use that for a little bit at the end.
I did a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't not a very clean run by me. So
still came out with the win. So that means you are are definitely moving on. And who did we say you were facing next time? You are going to be facing
Lord Raiden.
Lord Raiden. Quick, someone tell me how to beat VG. I mean, he's not going to give away all the secrets, right?
Raiden studying the tapes.
So what happened to Machine Gun?
He had a few tough fights in The World Never Was having a bit of trouble with them. Was pushing OC. He was pushing things a little bit slower than
Did
you were.
Did he not level?
He also he did level. He was pushing forms quite a bit, and he also went to BC to try and get the final form. Only to go to Agrabo right afterwards and find Light and Darkness instead of final form.
Ouch.
Yeah, he went pretty much through like the whole first visit of BC and still didn't get anything out of it. So that was definitely a big waste of time. He did just beat Larksine though. It looked like he did that pretty quickly actually. But yeah, he also did OC pretty early as well, so he did get all that.
But he is pushing Prison Keeper right now, so he'll soon find the proof and everything.
Yeah, he's about to be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the main annoyance that I have with these kind of seeds, where you just have 2 proofs instantly, and then you have to chase 5s. And I was feeling pretty bad because just Space Paranoid's guaranteed 5, like super duper late in the world.
Right.
Yeah, you never want to see that for sure.
The proof is literally like the next thing that you get in Halloween Town.
He looked like he was going to push that for a second too, because he kind of went a little close to that instead of just stopping right in the right after the first fight. I thought he was going to push it, but he didn't do it.
This has also been a big week for Prison Keeper as a whole. Just him having the proof, so it's kind of funny to see him once again have it in this scene.
Yeah, he just got it.
Yeah, there's a proof of connection. Also, another question I had: when did you know that STT was dead? Like, we were doing math in the chat and everything like that, and trying to figure out where everything is. And like, we saw you get the report and everything like that. Just wondering, when did you know that STT was a dead world?
I knew for sure once I got limit form, because that was the last form. And so after getting limit form, it was a 14. There were no more 9s. There weren't enough reports left for it to be 3 reports and a 5. So yeah, that was when I was sure.
Yeah, that was definitely a good play, because we're all sitting here thinking had Ninten theorizing up a storm where like 20 minutes he was like, all right, here's where all the fives are. And so just it's good to figure out throughout the rest of this. But yeah, he was wrong for like most of his predictions. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, like there was the one form remaining, limit form. I knew it had to either be an SDT or Halloween Town, and I wasn't sure which one. So
yeah.
At least with your recent any percent grind too, I guess going through STT without limit form isn't too much of an annoyance either.
I mean, it's annoying when you kill everything instantly in the struggles. Means that you can't really do the strats. But
That's true.
yeah, I used a skateboard out of habit at one point as well. So
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't help that much.
Gotcha. Well, VG, we don't want to take up all your time. If you have somewhere to be, you need to go somewhere. Just want to say thank you for stopping in. Thank you for answering our questions, and thank you for a heck of a race. GG's again.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Good luck with the rest of your races through the losers bracket. See if you can make it out.
Not if I keep playing like this.
Ah.
Hey, at least it was this one. So, I mean, you still came out with the win. So, get that one out of the way, and then next few, just kill it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you for commentating and restreaming.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for chatting with us. See you later.
Take it easy.
All right. So we're gonna catch the end of Machine Gun Geek's race here. We're gonna let him finish. We'll have a few questions for him at the end, but I want to give him, since he's deciding to do the rest of the seed and everything like that, might as well just give him the ability to finish it out. So
Yep, he's on his way. And then, yeah, it looks. I took a peep while while we were talking. It looks like he got through Larxene pretty quickly, which is cool to see that he at least didn't have to bang his head against that kind of a fight for a while.
yeah. So he beat VG in the
sure.
clean. Yeah, heck yeah. Machine Gun did play pretty good this seed with a few minor hiccups and everything like that, but I wouldn't fault him for most of the things he did. That BC push was unfortunate, but I can understand why he did it. Everything else was pretty good on his part.
I'm not sure if this is true or not. I was trying to look at previous leagues and stuff like that. I didn't see his name in the last couple, so I'm not sure if this is his first league appearance or not. Or I know he's been in a few of the tournaments lately, so I'm not sure if this is his first league appearance or not.
I have seen his name around. I can't pinpoint exactly where I've seen him, where I've not seen him, and everything like that. But he's definitely been around. He's definitely been in quite a few tournaments. League, I'm not 100% sure, but he is definitely a very prominent runner and one that is very good. But we heard from VGmaster that he was having a bit of an off day, so who knows? This could have been an off day for both the runners, but still doing a great job given what they had to do and what they did do. So
even getting this far is a great achievement. So absolutely.
Also losing this race means that he is out of the league, but giving him the ability to finish out the seed, and he is definitely a good runner. He is definitely a very good runner. Some good old Chicken Little strats here.
Yeah, he'll also have the benefit of this after going through SP.
Yeah. Both the runners being like, I got this chicken fair and square. I'm going to use them.
He also at least avoided STT as well. Didn't have to go there.
Yeah, and I think he kind of figured it out at the timing and everything like that, because he thought, well, we'll definitely ask him, but just kind of trying to get in his head a little bit. He was probably thinking, well, either he made this long push or he made a very simple push. So I think that's why he was pushing Halloween Town.
Yeah. I mean, it still could have gone either way, you know? If the proof was in OC instead of Halloween Town, this could have went way different.
Also, he did get every 5. Like, there are no more 5s on his track.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so it was definitely a coin flip, as one of our runners, Corey, would say. Yeah, this time he did. Oh, what just happened there? Yeah, there were.
You still with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still with you. Yeah. The lightning and the thunder didn't get me yet.
All right. Cool.
But yeah, I was just sitting here, kind of taking it in. It's pretty much at this point. What else do we have to say? Because pretty much know where everything else is in the scene. We saw everything else that it has to offer. So I guess the only other thing that we can say is both the runners finishing out with base form Reflect, base form Magnet, and not finding too many other spells throughout the course of it. So it's definitely a very, aside from having all of the 5s and so the summons, the once more second chance and everything like that, this was definitely a very good low tools run as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wonder how deep that final form was.
Yeah.
Limit form strats.
Oh, yeah. Data Zaldin.
Data Zaldin.
I love Data Zaldin. Like, I like fighting Data Zaldin.
He's definitely not too bad. It would have been a huge pain with no reaction boosts unless they got some there.
Mm-hmm. And also to push to him all only for a final form that you already got.
Yeah, true.
If it was an ABN, it'd be different, but here, no. Like, if you don't find them in those opening checks, I think I actually like fighting Data Zigbar. Data Zigbar's good whenever you've got at least one set of tools for him, or no, 2 set of tools for him. So, like, if you got Duck Flare, if you got Berserk Charge, Horizontal Slash, if you got Final Form, any combination of those is just makes that fight super easy. I won't say super easy actually, but like it's able to be done efficiently.
It definitely feels very satisfying when you can get that fight down pretty good.
I mean, if you think about it, like you're doing Berserk Charge, Horizontal Slash, and then out of nowhere your magic comes back, so you just go into Duck Flare and then you go back into Berserk Charge. So I mean, if you just catch them in a loop, then you're pretty good. Yeah. Nothingness is a turtle. There you go. Final form on Darkthorn, by the way.
Darkthorn. So he
that's
almost had it.
Yeah, that's not a huge push, but like
he
still,
was right there.
Yeah, still not where you want to see. All right, so we got our final Xemnas fight.
Sorry, Taser. No Data Zaldin.
You can't convince me otherwise until you actually tell me where they are.
So I see it happen with my own eyes.
Not until I feel the holes in his hands and the holes in his feet. I will not.
Now, Data's and Absent Silhouettes are split in this, no? Or I don't even remember, to be honest.
I believe they are split. I'd like to say, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
They
Yeah,
are
they are.
split, okay. Yeah. So we didn't even see Data Larxene. That would have been really crazy.
AS Vexen had Reflect. That's insane. Vexen's already like a not fun fight that you. Well, Data Vexen is definitely not a fun fight to do.
Oh God, yeah.
But like, AS Vexen is just a very far push just for Reflect.
It's crazy watching these guys go through these seeds with no reflex or anything like that. It's just crazy to see. I'm not that talented myself, so to me, it's very crazy to see people go through this stuff with no reflex and still do it quickly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, so now.
Oh,
Yeah.
he just got the. Oh, I held my breath there. Thought he was about to dome.
Ooh.
GG's.
Wow. GG's Machinegungeek.
That was so close.
that was a good ending.
Yeah.
Because once you see Final Zemnis start to stagger there, that's when you know like you're pretty close to the end of it and pretty close to getting domed. So he knew that he had to get some last minute combos out and everything like that. So yeah, that is GG's from Machinegungeek. We're gonna see if he wants to come in for a quick interview or anything like that. And,
it's still a pretty good time too. You know, with the trouble that he had with Zigbar. Have to going all the way through Absent Silhouette, Larxene.
Yeah, definitely.
Still pretty good.
All right. While we're waiting for him,
real quick.
Yeah.
He shut that stream right down.
Yeah. So, I guess while we're waiting to see if he wants to come in. Oh, yep, there he is. All right.
There we go.
Hey, GG's, dude.
GG. Okay. There.
So, got a few questions for you.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that room in OC?
Which room in OC?
The one with every 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think my comment was like, at least they were polite to give them to me right away, or right away past Earns. I was like, great. Quite like crap in Zigbar, but regardless, like that's the problem when you have to get what I got like every 5. SP baited me super hard.
Yeah, it really baited both of you guys because you both did push up to AS Larxene and everything like that.
Okay.
Something else that I think baited you was the final form in BC.
That hurt. I knew it too. I called it like as I was doing, like I'm gonna get Light and Darkness, and then I got it the next world.
Yeah.
That's like out of everything that you did this seed and everything that you were able to do, I think that's like the only real big thing that.
Yeah, that was a big bait.
Yeah, but other than that, you definitely did play great. A little trouble on Zigbar, but everything else you got through with what looked like relative ease. So
that's the stupid PC part. It's the second time it was my fault because the audio cue actually worked there, and I just missed it. But the second time I was trying to be sure of damage, but half the time he doesn't do his audio cue.
Yeah.
So you're like, and then he like I was about to like, okay, next time he stops, I was gonna do the 2 finishers, and he just dispels the room, and you're like, cool, thanks, bro.
Bummer.
Oh yeah.
So,
You look like you had a good time with Larxene, though. It didn't look like it took you too long.
no, thankfully Larxene doesn't. I don't know Data Larxene that much. So I was like, I have to like find some notes or something if I actually have to do Data Larxene.
Right. Well, and we will say, because we were talking about it, you did AS Larxene faster than VG, and so you had him there.
Yeah.
So that will
be.
Weird.
I think after, other than Zigbar and some of the trying to level the I think the rest of the world that never was after that was relatively clean. I didn't like Luxford behaved, and I didn't like choke on him. Luxord's weird. Like, I feel like he's first try or like sixth try. And he's like such a simple boss too. Like, you don't think he'd mess you up.
Right. Well, he was my wall for a while. Whenever I was starting out, like I had trouble with Luxord, so every once in a while he can kind of get on you, but.
And I'm assuming no one got then baited by STT. Like, that was like that juicy 26. I'm assuming VG didn't do it if he like finished that quickly.
VG did do it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Wow.
Yeah, he went in there, stepped in, got a report, and got limit form, which was in STT.
I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only place he didn't go was OC. He didn't go OC, so he never got those 3 checks.
Okay. Once more is at least in Stitch are at least useful, but yeah. OC was definite. OC was reasonable bait. I don't really like, unlike BC, I can't really begrudge myself for going to OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that not at all. We thought that he might go there as well because it was such a higher number at the time, but he just picked Halloween Town over that, and it just worked out.
Now, Halloween Town makes a lot of sense. I can see why you do it. Like, I've rushed it at different times before too, because if you think of 12, especially since he had limit forms, like he at that point probably knew where all the 9s were. You know, there's a 5 there. Halloween Town is pretty free getting the checks, right? We've sped up Oogie. You have Prison Keeper. Then you have like Presence in that fight. Like, none of them are that hard to do and that long. So
right,
it's not that long of a world. It's sort of like Pride Lands and like Hyenas or something like that, right? So that makes a lot of sense actually that you would do it. There's just so many points in OC. I just like I didn't know if it was the right idea even when I was going there. I'm like, I'm not sure, but again, there were 3 5s there. Realistically, you can't say it's wrong. It's just different choices at that point.
Right. Yeah, because if it was there, this could be a different story for sure.
That did happen. That's cool though. That's fine.
Yeah, there were also a lot of 7s left on the board, so like whenever you were looking at 12s and everything like that, you're probably looking at them like, oh, that's a 7 and a 5, like more than anything.
Yeah, especially once you know where most of the 9s are, you're like, I think at one point you could map it out where there weren't enough 3s left that like, I think I knew it had to be like, I think like the 9 had to be like CT or Portway. Or OC or something. Or not OC, Halloween Town, right? Because Halloween Town was a 12. So it had to be like a 9-3 or 7-5. It couldn't be 4 3s because there's not enough reports. You could like, okay. Just hope it wasn't STT, which it wasn't. But of course it has limit form. STT always has limit form.
Right.
Well, excellent run from you, Machine Gun Geek. Unfortunately, your time in League is over, but you definitely did an awesome job while you were in it. Be proud of these accomplishments and everything like that. This was, aside from the BC push, this was a really good race from you. So I want to give you GGs and everything like that.
I mean, getting like he almost got sub-hour on something that wasn't. I mean, none of the proofs were that deep, but getting sub-hour when you do a data Larxene is, or not data, AS Larxene, like really impressive. I'm not ashamed to lose to that. That's ridiculous.
Right. Oh yeah, VGmaster is crazy.
But yeah, so that'll be it from us today. We're gonna have some more races next week, some more in the losers bracket. Possibly get Nintendo versus Jared, and we will see that coming up. But as for now, we're gonna go raid Ragnoth. So yeah, have a good night, morning, whatever it is for you, and we'll catch you later.
Adios.